I'm gonna do it anyways. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Sitting Tall podcast with me, Tony Chamberlain, and my boy, Casey Ellen. Even though he didn't want me to do that, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, Tony sometimes just goes
You know,
off the rails a little bit.
it's fun to do it that way. But I'm going to introduce our guest today. Today we have Jack Trotter, and well, I met Jack through a friend of ours through Empower, Anna, and I'm sure you can probably talk a little bit about her later on too. We can kind of discuss. I feel like we're always talking about Empower people on here, but we can briefly put that in there and then go from there. But welcome in, Jack, man. I appreciate you coming by and speaking with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited
Yes,
to get going.
Jack, welcome.
Welcome. So, Jack, usually we kind of bring you in like a little bit of like, give us a little bit of your background, how you got injured, stuff like that. If you whatever you don't want to talk about, it's all good. Whatever you do, just do it up. Like I said, we're chatting with the boys.
Yeah, grew up Tingsboro, Massachusetts, so kind of up by the New Hampshire border, like right below Nashua, New Hampshire. So a small town, and just grew up like playing sports, and it seemed like that was all I was doing was just playing sports or being outside, and just very active. And in high school, we had a snow day from school. I was a junior. I just turned 17 a few months before, and we decided to build some snowboard jumps in a friend's house. I grew up skiing and snowboarding with my parents and mostly my mom and my sister. And they were both ski instructors at a local hill we have here right down the street. And so I was kind of always there. Just grew up around it, loved it. Went out to Colorado when I was younger. And I did a few competitions snowboarding. And then I also was a snowboard instructor in high school. And it was snowy from school. And I guess the one thing was like, oh, what am I going to do with this day off? And there's a foot of snow on the ground, and decided to go over a friend's house, build some jumps, and I built something that I just hadn't done before. Was trying a new trick. We were filming it and kind of uploading videos, and I went off it a little awkwardly and went to like push into the jump that I made, and the snow kind of sunk in a little bit, and so I under rotated and landed on my neck and my right shoulder. So I blew apart my C6 vertebrae, complete spinal cord injury. Spent about a week and a half in Boston Children's, and then did my inpatient rehab at Shepherd down in Atlanta. So a little different story now that they have kind of Spalding's kind of the main place around here, but at the time it wasn't. They didn't have the Charlestown location. It actually opened like a week after I got home from Shepherd.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people that travel down to Shepherd when they earlier on in I guess like I had my rehab in Spalding. I don't know where it was, but like Massachusetts. It was, I don't know if it's the same spot that you just said, but I did have mine there, and I hear a lot of Shepherd from other people. So makes sense that you probably went there and did your rehab. Because when I went to Spalding, it was pretty new and everything was like shiny and like I just wanted to touch everything, but it was also at the same time very miserable.
Yeah, it's still kind of like that, still new, but
Yeah.
Shepherd also has an adolescent team, like a adolescent wing. So it was since I was 17, just being a teenager and a younger guy.
Yeah.
So my whole floor, the whole like fourth floor wing everyone was under the age of like 19 or so. So that was kind of interesting dynamic where you're in rehab for this life altering injury, this major trauma, but everyone there from all over the country, if not all over the world, were like the same age. So it was kind of cool that we can just kind of develop some relationships there and some friendships for kind of going through the same thing at the same age.
Yeah, that is cool because I had nobody around my age. I don't think in my rehab. I was around a lot of different people, but none of them really my age. What about you, Case? Did you have people around your age?
Yeah, I went to Kessler in New Jersey, which it was either gonna be there or like in Mount Sinai, New York. But yeah, no, I had a few, maybe one guy was around my age, but a lot of older people, had some younger people. I got hurt when I was 26. So I was kind of in the middle range but yeah, no, I was kind of just to myself when I was
Yeah.
didn't really have like it was interesting. It'd probably be interesting to have like a wing of people going through the same thing at the same age. So I'm sure that probably maybe made it a little bit more comforting, I guess, for
Oh
you.
yeah,
I'm
probably.
not, yeah, I would assume so. I'm not sure. That's obviously your experience, but I heard a lot of people go down to Shepherd because I heard it's awesome. I heard Shepherd is amazing, and then I heard they have like a after you get out, they have like a program where you can like your parents and you got like stay down there like an apartment or something like that and continue outpatient. I don't know if
Yeah.
they had that when you were there.
Yeah, they did. They have an apartment. It's like through the parking garage there. Now they just opened two like major residence halls. Arthur Blank, who's the founder of Home Depot and owner of the Atlanta
Oh, the
Falcons, he's like a
Falcons,
major
yeah.
donor for them and put up a couple buildings. Same with Bernie Marcus, and yeah, it's pretty cool that you can do that. So I spent 11 weeks in inpatient, which is like unheard of nowadays. Like you don't get that
Yep.
amount of time.
Yeah, I was
And
there for
then
12. Yeah, we they don't do that anymore.
no, they
I got
don't.
kicked out at 6, so
Yeah, well, you know that's you were a little late in the game, bro.
yeah. I was still like going home like crying. I'm like, fuck you guys. I hate that you're sending me home right now.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was supposed to be there for 8, and then they extended me just for whatever reason. But then we could do their outpatient program. So you stay in the apartments that are on campus. And because I mean, I'm in Atlanta, like I'm from Massachusetts, almost New Hampshire, like it's a long way away.
hmm
So before going home and like having to restart and relearn everything, like 1,000 miles away from the hospital that you just spent time at, it was
Yeah.
good to be in the outpatient facility so that I could still like lean on them for a couple weeks
Mhm.
and still like have the care and the comfort of being at a major hospital and then eventually flying home and then kind of having to figure it out from there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably a smooth transition. So like, I think a lot of places should do that. Like just because it seems like it's a bring you from the hospital to the home is, obviously we all know it's a cult. It's like a shock.
Very
It's
different.
very very different. So having that transition, I'm sure, helps smooth over your transition over to
Yeah,
home
for
life.
sure.
Yeah, I feel like we don't talk about that as much as like how we should, like how we're talking about like every time we go from rehab to another thing, like if it's another rehab or even going home, it's definitely a big change in our lives. That's for sure. I know that when I went from Spalding, I went to another rehab in Rhode Island that was not even capable of doing half the stuff that I did at Spalding. So I was kind of going to a downgrade. And I was like teaching people there how to like take care of me, which is so weird. But like that actually helped me a little bit when I was coming home because like I had to teach all these people to do what I needed to be done. So like when I came home, I had an aide right away. So I had to teach her like all the stuff that I do on the daily basis. But, obviously I didn't have like a hospital bed and stuff like that. So it definitely changed like how things went for me, downgrading wise. So I guess it kind of gave me like a boot camp kind of thing where you just like, all right, you're going from this great thing where they do everything for you to like, all right, do it yourself now, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So,
Sometimes it's like forced independence too. Like you can rely on everything, but eventually you gotta do some things on your own, self advocate and find independence. And sometimes like being without and having to like figure it out because a lot of this is figuring it out, right? It's like what works for someone else might not work for you.
mhm.
Yeah.
And when you're in your own situation, like you just develop your own sense of what's going to work for me, and then you just learn from there. And that was 12 years ago for me, and I'm still figuring things out and
Yep.
learning from other people like yourself, and just getting ideas from anywhere, wherever you can.
Yeah.
So you got hurt in 2013?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I was in June of 2013.
No.
Just past
So you guys are
the
close in like
dirty
anniversary, I guess you
dozen.
could say.
Yeah, we're like we're preteens. We're
Yeah. Yeah.
tweens.
Tweens.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still a baby. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
you just
I'm
started to learn how to
still in
walk.
diapers, I guess. You know what I mean?
I mean, I hope you're not still in diapers at 6.
I mean, maybe.
That's then we got a whole another set of problems, Tony, if that's the case.
Oh man. So Jack, tell us a little bit about your foundation. How'd you get that started?
Yeah, I mean, I had such a big support system for me. I mean, just given uh, being a small town and being young, and I was in high school, like everyone came together. Um, and so even my family too was just so supportive and still is. And I just felt like after so much time, like it's 12 years now, but we started the foundation in 2022. Didn't really launch until like the beginning of 2023. I mean, yeah, 2023, 2022. And I just felt like I was in a position where I could give back, and I had a support system that wanted to see that happen. And so we decided to go for it. And I mean, like any foundation like that, you start small and you just try to help one person, two people, and then the Travis Roy Foundation was winding down. Travis had just passed away, and we just knew that the grants and the support in this area, like the New England area, I mean, they were across the country, but especially here locally, was gonna go down. And
Mhm.
so we just knew it was the right time, and a lot of other organizations were popping up too, and we just felt like we could play our part and try to make an impact. And we started with a few grants that year in 2022, and then just have really grown the past few years. It's been awesome. We've got a lot of great feedback and just the ability to help a lot of people, and then just growing as a business and offering new programs and just trying to support in any way we can.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
that too. I
that's
actually
great.
just recently went to a Sox game with you, so that was pretty cool on your foundation's behalf. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, that was
Uh,
a part of the grant? That
that
was a
was
part of his foundation. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was part of the foundation. So
Nice.
I definitely do notice that for me, I don't know about you, Case, but in my area, there's not many rec things to do or like, people really getting together and going out community wise. So it was pretty interesting that when Anna reached out to me about your foundation, I was like, yeah, let's do it. I mean, you are a little bit of a distance from me, but it is, I'm in Rhode Island. Everything's 20
Yeah.
minutes away. So I complain about everything. That's how it is. But I'm like I said though, I appreciate that. I appreciate people like you that help out. People with spinal cord injuries because day to day life isn't easy, and it's nice to get out there and do some other stuff besides being a couch potato. Sometimes some people do, but
Yeah, no, it is. And that's why, so we started with our grants program, and that's pretty straightforward. It's mostly helping individuals like return home, sort of a transition period. So it's durable medical equipment, home modifications, things like that to kind of get comfortable. And then we've been developing this holistic approach to recovery. And what does that mean? It means making an impact at every stage of recovery. And so we opened the rec therapy program, and that's across the nation for us. We have a strong partnership with Shepherd, so we do a lot of things all over the place. And that started in 2023 because it was my 10-year anniversary, and I decided to ride a hand cycle from where I live in Tingsboro down to Shepherd over the course of about a month. And
wow,
when I was like maybe halfway, we knew we wanted to raise money for Shepherd and mostly the adolescent program. And but I kind of left it open. I was like, well, what do you guys need? It's not really what I want to give you guys a grant for. Like, what's the real pressing issue? And they decided on rec therapy. And then when I was driving home, just in the car for whatever 18 hours, I was like, you know what, we should bring this up here to New England. And so we just decided to adopt it as our second program. So we have a lot of local stuff. Like we're going surfing in Westport on Friday. And then we have like the Red Sox games and some other activities that we're doing. But that's more of the local stuff. And then the national stuff is really all over the place, and it changes all the time. So we do stuff in Colorado. We're doing mountain biking in Tennessee pretty soon. I forget when that is. But we did like rock climbing in Virginia last year. So we're kind of spread it out all over the place. So we did some skiing in Utah. We had one participant go skiing in Utah. So it's been pretty cool. I got to see the rock climbing in Virginia last year. That was fun to do. And then of course I'm at all the stuff locally. But yeah, it's a cool program to have and to rely on Shepherd because they do it so well. Their rec therapy program is amazing. Kelly and Katie down there are just like superheroes, and they communicate very well and keep us included in a lot of stuff. So it's been fun.
So if somebody wanted to get involved with your foundation, how would they go about finding it?
For recreation or just
Yeah,
anything?
just or you can go like anything. It could be they wanted to do rec, or maybe they needed help with home improvements or something. Like, where could they go to find you?
They just go to our website, jacktrottierfoundation.org. Our grants are every month, so we look at them pretty quickly, so we can act fast, and that's really key for when someone has a discharge date or is approaching that discharge date. That we can, you
Yeah,
need a ramp to go home and to get into your house,
yeah,
or you need some doorways widened, or you need to put a shower or accessible shower roll in, all that stuff. Um, and then for the rec, we have a rec schedule up on our website also that people can go and sign up for. Pretty much everything now is full besides surfing.
yeah.
We had a ton of inquiries about some of the stuff that we're doing. So we had a water ski day that we were going to do that unfortunately got rained out, which that was supposed to be a couple weeks ago. We were excited about.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got surfing Friday. We have another surf day in September. we're going on the Impossible Dream in August, and
What's
then
that?
we have some Red
The
Sox games.
sailboat, the adaptable sailboat.
Oh, it's like the catamaran thing
Yeah.
that goes around.
Mhm.
Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. So, like the stuff that's out of state with you, those people who go to the events don't have to live they can live wherever. They can go from wherever to wherever.
Yeah, you can go for wherever. So Shepherd has a database of alumni. That's kind of something they're really good at.
Yeah.
So when we did, and I don't know like the real ins and outs of their process, but for Virginia, like all the participants were in the DC area, so it was close by. And some of the stuff like the camp they do, I think it's the Stars Camp in Colorado, but people come from all over for that. They'll fly in, um, sort of like a Empower like thing.
Yeah.
It's only a few days, but same thing with the thing in Utah. We sent someone out. She was from Atlanta, and then they have stuff around Atlanta. But yeah, they reach out to people in that area. So like even with the Impossible Dream, we partnered with them with Shepherd on that because they really were interested in it. We kind of brought it to their attention, but it just didn't really make sense where Impossible Dream the route because they go from Miami to Portland, Maine. They might even go further north, but they weren't stopping in Georgia or it's in Savannah, and that's still pretty far from Atlanta. So we just decided to partner with them on the one up here in Newburyport, and so
Nice.
they'll reach out to Shepherd alum from wherever we're doing something, and then get participants that way. And they do a really good job with that, and they stay very active. It seems like the people that go to Shepherd have a high regard for Shepherd, one, but two, stay involved in things that Shepherd's doing. And so we kind of piggyback off that and get people that way.
Yeah, I've always heard Shepherd it's always ranked in like the top 2, 3 of the spinal cord destinations for people when they get hurt. Like it's always saying like, go, oh, you got to go to Shepherd. You got to go to Shepherd because I heard it's like I went to Kessler and Kessler was like a country club. It was beautiful, but I heard Shepherd is just the therapy and the care is just a little bit different down there. Like they prepare you well for the after parts and like you said, I heard like I wish Kessler had a database of like alumni and stuff like that because that'd be awesome to be a
Mhm.
part of.
Yeah, it's good to stay connected to like wherever you came from, and people actually care and reach out to you. You know what I mean? So it's that's why we try to keep this foundation things going with like others because I feel like a lot of our community don't know about foundations and how to like reach out and find grants and things like that. So that's one reason I definitely wanted to have you on here today to just talk a little bit about the foundation and you giving us some great information. I hope people reach out to you after this video and hopefully get them feeling a little bit more independent or do some rec stuff too.
And have you been involved with Empower before? It's just the way you talked about it just seemed like it rolled off your tongue. So I was like, oh man, maybe he went to Empower one time.
No, and I hope Carrie doesn't see this because she's tried to get me to do it like since I was 18.
Yeah,
But
sounds like Carrie.
Yep.
yeah, I never did it. It was when they were doing it in New York. But I've known Carrie forever, like just online, I guess, and just seeing it and just in the community. But
Yeah.
no, and then last year they did a teen program, which was the first time they were able to do that. We sponsored a surf day for that last year.
Oh,
I'm doing it
cool.
again this year, but I've been to the Empowered one of the events last year, the surf day, but I haven't done it myself. But I know everybody that's done it that always says, "Yeah, you got to do it" and all this stuff. And I just feel like I'm not like I'm beyond that.
You're
But
past that point. Well, I mean, you seem pretty like well adjusted, and you seem like you got your shit together, and you're doing like all this good stuff. Like, I feel like obviously Empower is great. Don't get me wrong. I'd go to Empower right now if I could, but
Mhm.
it's just, and now they have the Rhode Island program. So now who knows? Maybe you might, and it's only a week, so you might want to
yeah,
take a peek. We won't tell Carrie that you said we won't tell anything about that.
yeah,
But now, once you go, I'm telling you, drink the Kool Aid, man. You're gonna
Yeah,
you're probably gonna end up with a tattoo like the rest of us.
yeah.
yeah. Honestly,
Yeah,
I feel like it's just an experience. Like once, like Liz is the other founder of Empower, and she's in my state, and she literally like reached out to me so many times, and I'm like, listen, I don't want to go to a cripple camp. Like I'm good, I'm good. I don't want to do this. Well, man, once I went, this on
don't.
vacation. Listen, this
Jesus
is what I thought
Christ.
it was when I was going. I was like,
Jesus
what
Christ.
are we doing there? I'm like, what are you gonna like? Oh, yeah, this hold your hand, like you're doing so good, like that's what I thought, like when I was going to this, but if I didn't go there, I wouldn't have met this fine fellow that we're talking to right now in the podcast. You know what I mean? And we wouldn't have started this. So like, I'm glad that I did, and it definitely changed my life. That's for sure. It made me more independent when I came home, and you get to know a lot of like, it's another way of branching out and like keeping in touch with other people that go through the same stuff you go through.
Yeah, I kind of viewed it like that too, and I was like, oh, like, because the thing with me with recovery, I mean, I took like athlete mentality. I was just like, I want to get shit done, and I want to progress, and I want to like get somewhere, and I couldn't do the like getting excited over something so small. I was like, this is so small. I want to like keep going, and like I don't know. I just with certain things, I just couldn't get myself to do or think about. But now that I look at it and what they do, and I'm like, man, I could benefit, because like people even talking to Anna and stuff, like she'll tell me certain things that they were doing. And I'm like, oh, I could probably use that, to be honest. And like I'm like, oh, maybe I need to like rethink my whole outlook on it, because I've always been like, I'll just figure it out. I'll just figure it out myself. Like I'm the type to, I mean, I'm C6 complete injury, and I'll just go somewhere and not have a plan and just kind of figure out how to
Just wing it.
navigate. Yeah,
Mhm.
I've kind of always been that way, and it's got me to where I am, I guess. But yeah, there's definitely some technical things, and it's good to have Anna sometimes, because I'll like ask her even personal questions, just trying to figure it out from the OT perspective. But yeah, it's good to have those people, and people that just have such good reviews of Empower, and I love that program, and I like the people there, and yeah, I appreciate what they're doing.
One day, one day we'll
We'll get him.
get
We'll get
you.
him in there. We'll get
We'll
him
get you in there. We'll just keep dropping little subtle hints, like every couple days. Me and Tony will go on your Instagram. We'll just write "empower" on a post. We
Oh
won't
my
even
god!
won't even say anything. We'll just type "empower." That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
And
Then he'll block both of us and be like, "These
yeah,
guys are
like
never, I'm
not
never
allowed,
doing anything for them ever."
not allowed to comment on our posts anymore.
I just like the community aspect of it, and like, there's so much knowledge in Empower that like I can literally reach out to him any day if I have it. Like, say I'm having an issue with like at home, like trying to do something, independently in my house. I can be like, "Hey, man, I can't figure this out. Can you guys like, help me out?" And they'll brainstorm together. They'll reach out, or they'll, get me in contact with somebody that knows something about like what I have a question about. And that's what I think really gets people like so addicted to the Empower program, because it's just like you'll never get, I'll do it. I do it when I get a chance. You know what I mean? Like as soon as you reach out, they're like, oh, hold on, I'll try to get right on it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like where I go when I think of Empower, because they're always on top of stuff, and the program is awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
So outside of, I know obviously you do the hand cycling. Like, what else? Do you have any other hobbies or things you like to do in your spare time?
Yeah, I coached middle and high school football.
That's awesome.
So
Nice.
Did you
doing
play?
that.
You played before?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played up through my junior year.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been coaching there. This fall will be my 9th season.
Was this the middle school that you went to as a kid?
It was, yeah. So the
Oh,
middle
cool.
school, they actually just built a brand new middle school, but the middle school and the high school are on the same campus.
Oh.
So we didn't have a middle school team. I just played youth when I was in 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
But now we have a dedicated middle school team that I'm the coach of, and so it's program wide. So it's 7th through 12th grade, and it's a lot of fun. And we had a really good season last year, but it's cool, and I enjoy it, and I don't feel the pressure of it, maybe, of being like a high school coach.
Yeah.
And but it's super fun, and I love being able to do it. And the kids are awesome. Usually, once in a while, you get
Usually.
a knucklehead. Yeah.
So about because that's something like I've always wanted to. I always wanted to do, because I used to coach before my accident, and I wanted to get back into it, but I always kind of was a little hesitant, just because I was more of like the coach. I like to like show, like, being able to
Me too.
give the example of how
Yeah.
such and such is done. Like, how do you navigate that? Like, because you might give me some wisdom here that might get me to even give it a chance one day. Because I got a couple friends that are athletic directors at some schools, and I could definitely probably get a job pretty good if I, you know, want to
Yeah.
or try.
That is the hardest part. It definitely is. I mean,
Yeah.
aside from like the mobility of it, like we have a turf field, and then both middle schools usually on the grass, and like there's a whole thing about navigating that and when it floods and all that stuff. But it is hard. I mean, I played quarterback, and so when you're looking at it from an offensive perspective and trying to just get someone's hand on the ball correctly and places and all that, it's like
Your
you're trying to
footwork,
develop
like,
these kids and show,
Mhm.
and show footwork and all that stuff, and you just gotta have patience with it. And but like we have other coaches too, so I'll kind of talk to them, or like our head coach for the varsity team was a quarterback, and I'll just be like, hey, can you just come down and teach this kid how to reverse pivot or whatever? And he's really good with that. Great coach, and so I lean on them, but it is tough, especially when you have like a 12-year-old kid who maybe never played football before, and he's like running the wrong way, and I'm just like grabbing his jersey and just throwing him. Like,
Yeah, because that's something that I was nervous about. Because like I played soccer, basketball, and baseball my whole life, and I always thought like I wanted to do something like a middle school team or something like that. And I'm thinking about it now, but I'm like, oh man, like I can't fucking show this kid how to shoot a basketball or like dribble, like whatever it may be. But no, I guess that makes sense. You got to rely on. You're obviously not going to be the only coach out there, right? I'm sure you have like assistants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, who knows? Maybe because of you, Jack, you might get me back out there in the field.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I got a power chair, so I don't got to worry about. I could just grass. Fuck it, I'm over. Like I'm assuming you're in a manual.
No, power.
Oh, you are in power.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just thinking because when it floods, yeah, obviously you can't fucking be out there in the floods.
Yeah, we had one game.
Get the tires spinning, in the mud.
Yeah, we won't. We get stuck in a puddle, and that's about it, bro.
Yeah.
We had a game. We had a late season game for varsity that I went to, and I'm on the sidelines, and it was raining pretty good, and so I had an umbrella. I shouldn't have even gone, to be honest, but it's kind of like the joke now because it was like my second season or something, and I put a trash bag over my joystick, and then I got into my van after the game, and my chair just died.
Oh.
And I was like, thank God I'm in my van already.
Yeah.
And I just like drove home. I had to like click into manual and have like my mom like pushed me in.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I had to buy a whole new joystick. But yeah, there are things that you need to
worth
try.
it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Worth it? No, it wasn't worth it.
No, not worth it.
Not at all.
He's like, I should have just stayed home.
Maybe basketball might be a good angle to go to.
Yeah, you want to stay.
You're teaching. You're steering me which way I should go. I appreciate that, Jack.
Yeah. Indoors all day.
Yeah.
Outdoors in November, and it's like
it's probably fuck that. I'm always in shorts anyway, so I can't. Yeah.
Overheating all the time.
Yeah, hard pass.
Oh man. Yeah, I was going to say, when you're doing coaching, you definitely have to use words more than, because I feel the same way when I'm trying to coach something. I'm so like, I try to get involved in it when I'm trying to teach somebody something. And now it's just like, oh shit, I really got to use my words more than I can do what I used to do. You know what I mean? So I totally understand. I was going to ask the same question, because coaching nowadays for people that, have injuries is definitely different than it was before.
Very different.
So Keisha, what are you going to coach, Ben? What are you going to get into?
Well, I'm definitely not going outside now. So soccer is definitely
one thing learned.
Soccer's definitely off the list because that's in the fall here, and then they get it starts out nice in the sun, but definitely when it gets to like November championship, that no way, I'm good. Basketball is probably going to be my best bet.
Basketball's where it's at right now.
That's what I did. I did coach the club basketball team at the school. When I worked, I was an administrator. I created the program. So definitely try to get back at that basketball. So can like run plays, and I just like, hey, listen, you show this guy to do a drop step real quick. I'm showing to do a little triple threat, but I'm gonna be like, you do this, and they'd be like, do what? I'm like, oh fuck,
yeah, right.
You're right. I'm not doing. Son of a bitch. I'm not doing what my legs aren't doing. What I want them to do.
I'm trying to explain it to you. Just listen, son.
Yeah.
Soccer
would be really tough.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, because everything's footwork, and soccer is definitely probably the hardest sport. Just controlling a ball with your foot is just, now when I think about it, I'm like, man, that just sounds impossible. Like just when I see these guys now, it's just the kids. Like I have friends that their sons are playing now, and like the level of skill that these kids have at like 7, 8 years old is just, it's mind blowing. And I'm sure you probably notice it when you see football, sometimes you'll see like a kid who's just like, wow, like, how are you 12? Or like, like, how do you know how are you doing this? Like, or you probably see the size of some of these kids nowadays are just monsters.
Yeah, you want to see like a birth certificate of a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
it's like, why do you have a goatee? You're
Yes.
11. You're 11.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
man.
like that kid who played at the Little League, Monte, who I don't
Oh
know if you
yeah.
remember that. He was like, so he was the Little League World Series for the team, and then he was like literally like 17 years old playing against 12-year-olds. Like,
Yeah.
of course you're throwing 100 miles an hour and you're throwing like striking these kids out. That was I remember that. That was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny. Oh my god, dude. Now you get me go down like memory lane with like movies and stuff like that. Just thinking like, oh yeah, that's this kid. But speaking of the whole like kids thing, like definitely you can see that they're like breeding them young almost now. You know what I mean? It's like right out of the womb, almost like, all right, you're gonna learn this sport and you're gonna learn it well and you're gonna get out there and you're gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
I love sports my whole life and everything like that. It was just because and like I wasn't from a family of people that like love sports. I just got into it because that was just my personality and my my whole outlook on things. So I got into football as well as Case and well, so he did soccer, sorry. I did football, basketball, and baseball also.
I was way too
So
small to play football.
yeah, well,
Yeah,
I was
I was a
I was a
tiny
skinny
little
little
guy.
thing when I was in high school. So yeah, I was a receiver, and that wasn't fun sometimes.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I was 4'11" till I was 16, so there was no
4'11.
no football in this guy's purview.
Yeah, I was always the smallest. Like,
Yeah,
it wasn't really until like, because even when I was a sophomore, I was maybe 5'6", 120 pounds, like playing
yeah,
receiver and just like going up against these All Americans and just getting my shit rocked all the
yeah.
time.
Yup.
Like,
It's like fuck.
and then I was like, I'm playing quarterback. I'm either handing the ball off, I'm throwing it. Like,
I want to be in control where this goes.
I'm good. I'm defense. Like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
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 I think the quality of like coaching and the quality and like a lot of these things, like you can learn how to do stuff on YouTube now. Like like you can
yeah.
do stuff yourself. Like the access, like we didn't have access to like soccer when I was growing up on TV. It was like maybe on Telemundo and like the Spanish channels. Like there was no the MLS was like barely on TV, barely even a thing. And it's now like the access to quality sports is just you can look it up on your phone real quick. Bam, you have some sort of you can get a drill Messi's doing or a quarterback drill like Tom Brady's put. What the heck?
Mhm. What
Yeah.
happened?
Oh no.
Are
No,
you talk-
I was getting a phone call, so I just moved my screen around. I thought it canceled out our conversation, and I almost got really upset.
No, it was still recording. I could see that. I was like, "Oh no!" We actually
Yeah,
had that happen to us one time. We were talking to somebody, and then it just stopped like what 15 minutes in, and I was just like,
no,
"No!"
we thought it was 15 minutes in. I don't even know when it stopped. It
Yeah,
just was stopped recording. So we basically had a that was probably the worst episodes I think we ever had.
technology. You gotta love it
Yeah,
sometimes. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
it's just we make do with what we got.
Yeah. Well, good. There's good things and bad things because technology back in the day. If we didn't have technology now, we wouldn't be able to do this. We'd have to interview in person, and most people can't really do that.
Well,
Especially because
us three right here wouldn't even probably be here
that's true.
if with technology.
That's true.
That's
So
Yeah.
they break your neck. They're just like, all right, we're just gonna put you in this room
we're just gonna stick you here, and then
until you
you're
fade
all
away. We're just gonna make you comfortable. There's
yeah,
lots of morphine.
lots of morphine. Here, take all
Listen,
this.
man, listen. I got way too much morphine when I was hurt. I did not like that.
Yeah.
It was a very weird feeling being on morphine. I was like, I could see why people get addicted because
Yeah.
this is.
Did you feel like
I
half in, half out? Is that what you're saying?
I felt like I
yeah?
was on another plane of existence for a bit. That shit goes right in your head. I had a pick line, so that thing went right to like my heart. Oh, woo. You feel like the warm sensation in your body. It's like I do not want to do this anymore.
Yeah, right. Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I can see that too, man. That's definitely one of the things that they try to weed you off of pretty quickly because, once people get used to like, controlling the pain that way, they don't get used to anything else. So, got to weed away from that.
So coaching, anything else that you do on the outsides of? I'm sure that takes up a pretty good chunk of time when you're in
Yeah. I
season.
mean, I took the foundation full time when I got home from the ride to
Do you have an
Atlanta.
office, or you guys do it from home?
I do it from home. Yeah. Hannah's in like down kind of by you, Tony, I think. She might be from Rhode Island. I don't know.
She's like right on the line of Rhode Island, Massachusetts. Yeah.
The borders.
The bullet is.
Yeah. So yeah, we're from home. But my first job was selling wheelchair vans and adaptive driving equipment. So I'm still
Okay.
like there a little bit, doing some stuff with them. And
Cool.
of just helping the community out with some of that stuff. So other than that, I mean, it keeps me more busy than I
Pretty much you
typically
got a
think I would.
Yeah.
full schedule. Pretty much is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
especially
Where
the summer with the rec stuff, like we have stuff all the time. And
where you live, is there a pretty good spinal cord? Like, there's a big spinal cord population by you?
I wouldn't say all that. I mean, I know a few that are close by, and then into New Hampshire. But no, I mean, I'm 40 minutes from Spalding, so it's not like I'm way away
From
in like the city.
Charlestown?
Yeah, Charlestown, even Cambridge too.
Charlestown.
Um, but yeah, I wouldn't say there's a ton up here, but there's a few that I know. But yeah, just being like Journey Forward and Spalding, that kind of that crew is I know them the best, I guess.
When you I was I had a conversation with a friend the other day. Um, when it comes to like friendships, right? Do you have like a hard time hanging out with people in similar situations, or like, because I feel like I feel like I hang out with people more able-bodied folks than I do wheelchair folks, because, well, first off, there's not that many wheelchair folks in my neighborhood, in my area anyway. But like, I always, in the beginning, I was always like, I didn't want to be like, I'm like, I don't want to hang out with another person in a wheelchair. I'm like, and then like kind of Empower kind of got me, like seeing like the benefits of it, because like, I didn't want to be like lumped into like a group. I didn't know if do you ever have any of those kind of experiences or stuff like that? At least early on I did, and not obviously not lately.
Not
Mhm.
really. I mean, I had a good like core group of friends just that I went to high school with, and going to two of their weddings. Like, one's Saturday and another one's in next month.
Oh, nice.
But no, I like it's a mix. I think like I enjoy it, and like talk about being part of a community. And I think I've been going to Journey Forward. I don't know if you're familiar with the facility there in Canton. It's like a exercise rehab facility, um,
Is it
more
kind of like
outpatient.
Spalding, like
Yeah, but
outpatient?
not really. Like you go there for a 2 hour session, you get out of the chair, and you just, it's just like a work, like just like you have a personal trainer and there's specialists there.
Oh, so
Just
it's
some great
maybe
people.
kind of like have you heard of like SCI Fit, like that are in like North Carolina, or like the
Yeah,
core thing that's in Florida? Like,
yeah,
it's
like
basically like a
Project
spinal cord.
Alpine.
It's a spinal cord workout gym, basically.
Yeah,
Oh, nice, nice.
yeah. So I've a lot of friends who there. I mean, the specialists are great, and like hang out with them all the time. And um, the populate like just the SCI population, not probably not down Rhode Island, but just like kind of the Metro Boston, greater Boston area. Everyone
Hmm.
goes there, so doing stuff like that all the time. And then our rec stuff is like, some of it's you're hanging out and like you're going to a Red Sox game or you're in
Mhm.
possible
Yeah,
team
yeah,
things
yeah.
like that.
That seems
So
pretty cool that you guys have those. Because they have stuff like that that's in the city, but like going to Manhattan is not the most fun.
yeah,
Mhm.
Like, I wish Long Island had a little bit better of a thing. I've been trying to work with my doctor to kind of do something similar like what you're doing with, like, like outdoor events. Like, that's how you and Tony like went to the game. I thought that'd be great to like do something on Long Island like that. But hopefully, fingers crossed, or paws crossed as I call them, and
Was
we'll see.
yeah. I think that's the toughest thing when I first started out is just trying to find anything in my area that was like recreational wise or
Yeah,
trying to
it's
get involved in. And it's very difficult still. Like there's still things going on, but like, it'd be nice to have more. You know what I
I,
mean? Just like
yeah.
you said in Long Island.
I think that's why we gravitated to Empower. So
Mm,
I think that's why it had such a big impact for us. That we had, like, I feel like a lot of people who go to Empower are kind of lacking the community side of it, and like the interaction, just with the accessibility, with the access to like I never rode like an accessible bike before. I didn't even know those existed. Like,
mhm.
I didn't know like we can go surfing, like, what we did at Empower, or like kayaking, like, like, so I feel like that the knowledge is just, that's kind of what I took from the Empower
Yeah.
experience. But like, I wish I had more access to stuff like that on the island, but who knows? Hopefully, me and my doctor could work something out, figure something. Because there's a few people on the island I know people are looking for stuff.
yeah. And that's the way we set up our rec program. Like there's 3 buckets. So 3 buckets are adaptive sports, adaptive activity, and adaptive experience. So really just experience.
Yeah.
Adaptive sport is your hand cycling, your surfing, your water skiing, things like that. The adaptive activity could be like where we've had talks with like uh, adaptive gaming or like paint night or like things like that that are more active social things, but you're still doing something.
Yeah.
especially where Anna, she's an OT and rec therapist, like it's kind of up her alley. And then the experience thing is the Red Sox game. So navigating Fenway, like, bring someone that maybe has never been to Fenway or just a public place since their injury and just kind of helping them navigate that,
Yeah.
ticketing, all that stuff, concessions. And same with Impossible Dream. To be able to just go out and just experience life and just get back to doing things you love to do, developing relationships with people and
Yeah.
feeling like a sense of independence and that you're like, okay, I don't just have to sit in the house.
Mhm.
But I also, if I'm going to get into it, I also don't have to like, oh, I got to go ride a hand cycle or go mountain biking or like these like really tough things to do sometimes.
Yeah.
We kind of have these 3 buckets just to show that there's a wide variety of things. And our goal is for someone to come with us, try one of these things, and then see that they can do that on their own so that they can do it with friends, with family. 'Cause people come from all over. I mean,
Yeah.
surfing, we have people from all over the place. Like it's not just this area. So they come to us and to be able to do it once, twice, 3 times to us and then say, all right, I've gone with them to a Red Sox game. I understand the accessible points of Fenway. I know how to navigate, to find bathrooms, to find concessions, all that stuff.
Mhm.
Now I can like go out with my friends and do it with them and not have to rely on an organization to do it. And that's our goal with Rec is, we want people to be able to do things on their own and to be able to do it with the people that they've always done it. And so if you surfed before or you went water skiing before and you loved it, like come with us, just see how we do it adaptively and the equipment that we use. And then, hey, maybe you're going to apply to another organization that does rec equipment and get your own stuff and do it on your own time, not have to
Nice.
come with us.
Do you do any adaptive gaming? I heard you say something about gaming before.
Yeah, I do. I have an adaptive controller for Xbox.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta exchange. I gotta get your gamer tag.
I still
I,
gotta get your gamers. I keep
I
forgetting to ask you.
I started playing some games. I got like the buttons and the straw thing. I got a whole little setup going
Yeah.
on. Oh yeah, what do you play?
Pretty much just college football. We have like all the
Oh,
coaches
that game's
have a
dope.
league.
That game was good. That's
Yeah,
like the
it's
first
fun.
time they had a college game in a few years, right?
Yeah, since 2014. So it's
Yeah,
10
yeah,
years.
yeah.
10
I
or
mean,
11 years.
I bought that game as soon as it came out. It was really
Yeah.
cool.
It's been that long since they put out a college
Yeah,
game.
they haven't made a college game and now it's different because now like they have like the players they get paid now, like with their likeness and all that
Yeah.
NIL crap. So they got the real players' names in there and like it's like everything is like they have like the bull at Texas, like they have all like the what are they, mascots and all the crazy crowds. It's the chants. It's a cool video game.
That is pretty cool. A lot of
Yeah,
the
it's
video
fun.
games are like definitely getting more and more like
Oh,
bigger and like
it's ridiculous,
and
man.
like the
It's,
the amount of like detail that they put in a lot of the
it's
games too is
absurd.
so crazy.
It's have you seen the movie Ready Player One?
Yeah,
No.
This is what the world's gonna. This is what video games are gonna end up
it's
being.
pretty much where it's gonna end up. Yeah.
It's like you put on like a helmet, like a VR kind of thing, and it's like an immersive experience where it's like this is where you feel like you are, like
Mhm.
and like like they're moving and like you feel stuff in the game, like
Yeah, they give you like
it's
a bodysuit, so like you feel like you're
yeah,
actually doing stuff. It's
like
crazy.
it's nuts.
Yeah.
That's what
I do see that. That's where a lot of things
it's
are
where it's
heading.
going.
That's for sure.
Look at the Apple glasses, what you could do with those things. Like it's just we're on our way.
Yeah.
AI is just absurd now. I follow this stupid Bigfoot account on AI. It is
Oh,
hilarious. It is
is
probably
it the
some
one
of
where
the
they're talking like they're talking shit and they're
they're
going through
like
the
there's like dudes. It's like Bigfoot and Yeti hanging out, and
yeah.
they're like vlogging. Like it's like, oh yeah, just Bigfoot and
Yeah.
Yeti out here. We're just going to get some bitches. Like just
Yeah, I did
something
see that, dude. That's
stupid.
so funny. Or they
I
they found a human. They're like, hey, look, we came
yeah.
across this human.
It's like, oh look, he's like, I found hanging out with my friend Bambi here. It's like her mom just died. He's like, we're just hanging out. And he's like, yeah, Bambi started talking shit, so we put her on the grill. Now we got rack ribs for the bros. It's
Oh
like, what?
man.
It's so stupid, but it's I get rabbit hole that
Yeah,
AI
you
stuff.
can
It's
get
just
lost in this shit sometimes. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
sucked in the sauce, man. It's
I
not
love
good.
it. I love
Yeah,
it.
man. Yeah, I swear the Bigfoot. It's just so stupid.
It is.
And
It is.
you smoke a little weed, just watch Bigfoot for a little bit, you're good to go. It's
Yeah.
just
They're starting to do it actually with like superhero like characters now, like just being like in random
that too.
places. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I'm like, Jesus Christ, AI is like taking over, man. It's like it's pretty crazy.
It's absurd. I don't know these dating girls on these websites. Are you real? Are you AI? Like I don't think
No, they fake
like,
as shit, man. What are you
I know.
talking about? Yeah.
I might start my own little OnlyFans. I'll pretend to be an AI chick and make some money.
Oh my
Like,
god! Here we go.
listen, I don't know.
$20 is $20. Let's go.
Listen, I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, you want to see some feet? I got.
Oh my god!
Listen, you got our paralyzed feet. You know how our paralyzed feet look a little different.
Oh yeah.
So there might be some people with some fetishes out there.
I'm sure there's plenty of people out there with fetishes like that. So
yeah, man, I got
if
hit.
you want to go down that rabbit hole, go for it, sir.
I mean, I got hit with a couple of devotees trying to come through. I was like, nope, I'm good.
Yeah,
Weird. I'm sure we all have experienced that. It's just weird. It's just the weird world that we live in.
It's true. It's true. Crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so like we're pretty much at the end of this. I don't want to push you too much. You know, we usually try to wrap this up around this time. So we appreciate you stopping by, and hopefully we can get you in a future podcast telling us a little bit more about like some stuff that you're working on or doing, and we'll definitely get the website out there when we do a post and everything. We'll put you guys out there, and hopefully
get that gamer tag before. Hit you up on Instagram, and we'll exchange some of that. We'll
community building. This is what we're doing, people.
I'm all about the games, man. I'm all about playing a little game, man.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it. Just being on here, like it's good to spread the message and talk to you guys and see what's going on. And if you guys, I mean, a lot of our stuff's full for rec stuff, but the surfing's in Westport. I don't know how far that is for you guys. It might be a little.
It's not crazy far from me, but I know it's far from Case. That's for sure.
You know, I'll support from a distance. You know.
I am joining you on your the water skiing day in August, I think it is. So I'm signed up for that, and I'm excited because I haven't done that yet. So like I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'll be there in spirit, and I hope you guys have a blast.
Okay, so we're gonna get you out here, man. We gotta.
It's just Long Island is just so far from everything.
Well, you were talking about trying to get an apartment here in Rhode Island.
Yeah, so, I don't want to go any further north.
You're like, I'm done.
You guys get a lot more snow.
That's true.
I'm good, man. If anything, I want to go more sun. But
I might have to go with you.
That's neither here nor there. Like Tony was saying, Jack, it's been a pleasure. I'm really glad Tony got to meet you and bring you on here. And even if just one person hears the message about what you got going on, then we achieved something. So
yeah, exactly.
Tone, it's been obviously we haven't done a little episode in a while, so it's nice chatting with you.
Yeah.
Jack, it was a pleasure. And any special final words you want to give, Tony? Any little you want to quote it? I know sometimes you throw some quotes in there. No,
I think we racked it up really well. I just said like if you want to let anybody know about like your foundation or anything like that, we'll throw it in there. Last minute thoughts or whatever. But like I said, we'll post most of your stuff on the socials, and yeah, we'll go from there, man. Like I said, we're just appreciative to have you on our podcast. But
awesome, boys. Well, thank you.
I have to end it with thank you very much, Jack. It's been a pleasure. All right, stop it. Stop clapping.
I'll just keep that on repeat.
See you guys later, boys.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Oh, and actually, thank you to our sponsors, Seven Bros of Power. I almost started about that.
That's right.
All your sporting needs. And we'll catch you on the flippity flip, folks.
Flippity flip.